Maine is one of the best places to be a teacher. We're going to interview educators to find out why. What is your name?
My name is Mrowka.
Where do you work? What is your role?
I am the Communications Director at the Maine Department of Education.
And did you grow up in Maine, or how did you find your way here?
I did not grow up in Maine. I grew up in Connecticut, and then I went to college in D.C., lived there for 20 years, got sick of D.C., knew I wanted to move back to New England. I came to Maine for a wedding. By the end of that weekend, I had a real estate agent, and a month later, moved my entire life up to Camden, Maine.
How did you find yourself working at the Department of Education?
Once I moved here, I was working remotely. I ran for and got elected to my local school board, and my superintendent actually let me know that there was a communications director job that was going to come open at the department, and it was kind of like a perfect fit to be able to come and promote the amazing things that are happening in Maine schools.
So you're not in the school, but you support teachers. So let's talk a bit about what you do for educators.
My job and the communications department's job is to really be able to lift up and celebrate the amazing work that teachers are doing every day in Maine schools.
What if somebody wants to move here?
So we are a phone call away. We have a team dedicated to support anybody who wants to come and be an educator in the state of Maine. Call us, visit the website, and we will work through the process with you.
Talk about the credentialing process, or what can you all do to help?
We like to say we're here for you. So, it can be a confusing and complicated process for somebody who's coming to move here, but we have a certification team that is ready to answer anybody's questions. Contact us. You'll actually be connected to a real person, and they will be able to go through how you can actually be a certified educator in the state of Maine.
What about someone who wants to become a teacher?
We want to empower educators. We want, you to be innovative, creative, like unlike a lot of other states that are kind of like silencing educators. Maine educators have a voice. We want to empower that. We want to empower innovation in the classroom. We want to make sure that you can have Maine as your classroom. That's, I think, one of the most valuable parts of our education system here, and what I've been blown away by as being somebody who's moved here, is just how much Maine is the classroom. Kids are outside every day. They are exploring tidal basins. They are in the mountains, they are skiing, they are farming, they are in blueberry patches or groves or whatever you want. Maine is your classroom. And if you love to be outdoors, you love to experience everything that the Four Seasons have to offer, you can give that to your students in a way that has them participating in hands-on project-based learning. I was at a summer ecology experience for students a couple days ago, and kids were in clam beds, digging for clams. They were measuring them. They were taking the pH level of the ocean and understanding how that has changed. They were measuring oysters that had been farmed by Herring Gut Ecology Center so that they knew when they were able to be eaten. Those kind of experiences are happening all across our state every single day, and it is just a wonder and just so magic. Like, I feel like Maine schools are just this hidden gem in the nation, that we are on the cutting edge of so much in terms of outdoor learning, computer science education. We are the only state in the country that has computer science education built into pre-K through 12th grade learning. So it is not go over to your coding class. It is built into science lessons, reading, social studies. It is part of that learning. You name it.
How fortunate are we? We are ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
How does Maine feel about teachers?
We love teachers. We want teachers to be empowered, to innovate, to be creative, to have the professional freedom, and we will treat you as the professional that you are as a teacher. We want you to come and teach in Maine because we believe in you, and we believe that trusting in your professional expertise is going to help students and move Maine forward. There are a lot of forces out there right now trying to put teachers down and trying to limit what teachers can do and say in the classroom and limit opportunities for students. And in Maine, that is not the case. We are a state that empowers teachers. We want you to speak your voice. We want you to have your creativity and innovation unleashed. And the Maine DOE is going to be behind you every step of the way, 100%.
What stands out about Maine?
So I will answer that based on an experience I just had. I just got back from an amazing vacation and landed back in Boston and was driving back to Maine and driving up Route 1. And once I got to Camden and kind of saw the harbor, I was just like, wow, like vacation was great, but like coming back home to this is just so inspiring and good for the soul. And that is what I love about living in Maine, is that it is a tight-knit community across the state. We live in such a beautiful place, and you are encouraged every day to take advantage of the natural bounty and beauty that we have all around us, and that extends into our classrooms. The greatest thing I love about Maine schools is that Maine becomes your classroom. You are encouraged to get out of those four walls, to have your kids be immersed in everything that is great about Maine, whether you live near the ocean or in the mountains, whether you're in southern Maine, northern Maine, down east. There are so many opportunities for students, and our educators make sure that they have those experiences.
Maine is your classroom.